Good morning, dear students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Today we are going to start with the poem of Unit 2, 2.4, textbook page number 69. And the name of the poem is, it is on page number 71. And the name of the poem is The Pule. And the poet of this poem is George Herbert. Here, actually, this is a poem of metaphysical poem that uses the extended metaphor of a pulley to explain the reason for why the man is always restless. Now, metaphysics is a branch of philosophy that explores the fundamental questions, including the nature of concepts like being, existence, and reality. Now, let us start with the poem. First, I will read the poem, then I'll give the some explanation about the poet, and then we will start the explanation of the poem. Okay, so let us start. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches, which dispersed lie, contract into a span. So strength first made a way, then beauty flowed, then wisdom, honor, pleasure. When almost all was out, God made a stay, perceiving that alone of all his treasures, rest in the bottom lay. For if I should, said he, bestow his jewel also on my creature, he would adore my gifts instead of me, and rest in nature, not the God of nature, so both should losers be. Yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with replying restlessness. Let him be rich and very, that at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. George Herbert. Now, let us see first who was the poet, when he was born and when he was died. So, George Herbert, he was born in 1593 and he died in 1633. He was a Welsh poet. He was a priest by profession. He was what? He was a priest. Okay. He wrote religious poem with lot of imagery and coincides. So he had wrote many religious poem. Okay, which was very imaginary. Okay. The poem exhibits a strange but two-way relationship between God and worshipper and his worshipper. Now, in this poem, he is exhibiting, means he is showing the strange but two-way relationship with whom? With God and his worshipper. The person who worship the God, the person who prays or believe in God is known as worshippers. Okay. Though he has bestowed his worshipper with all his blessing. Now, what? Though he has showered and bestowed his worship, he has showered his bestowed and worship on what? On whom? On God. Okay. All his blessings, somewhere he holds them up with a pulley down to be grateful to him in all our endeavor. Now, he is already blessed, God has already blessed him, but somewhere he is holding down the pulley, and he is thinking that God will be still be grateful on him. God gives so many precious gifts to the devotee, but at the same time, God also expects something in return. Now, as you know, whenever we want anything, we go and pray to God. We ask from Him, and He gives us. And in same way, God is also expecting something from us. Okay, what does like? What does He expect? Why does He withhold? Now, why God is, what God is expecting from us, and what he is holding in his mind. Okay, the pulley shows how God lifts man towards himself with the pulley of restlessness. Now the poet is telling that the pulley shows how God lifts man towards himself. God is lifting a man towards himself with the pulley of restlessness. Restlessness means we people are not satisfied. That is known as restlessness. Okay, when a distinctly metaphysical about the poem is that a religious notion is conveyed through a secure scientific image. Huh? In this here the poet is comparing, he is telling the relationship, as we had seen first only. He is showing the relationship, two-way relationship with God and the worshipper. So he is showing that relationship with the pulley. The pulley is a machine. In science you had read this word, the pulley. Shortly I can tell you, pulley means if you go to well, water well. Okay, I don't know whether you had seen or not, but on the well, when the rope is tied on the bucket and it is put on a round like structure. Okay, this round like structure on which the rope has been gone. So this machine is known as pulley. Okay, now let us start with the explanation. Let us see the first stanza. When God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the word riches which dispersed lie contract into a span. Sorry. Riches means wealth and bounties. Okay. Dispersed, scattered. Okay. Contract, collect together, and span means small space. Now let us see the explanation of first stanza. Here the poet says that at the time when God first created man, he had a glass of blessing standing by. He thought that he would be generous and shower on man all the gifts possible. What did God thought? God thought that I will give all the generous and shower all the things what I have to me, that I will give to man. God intended that all the treasures of earth which lay scattered should be collected and concentrated in a small space he had created, which was man. Now what God has taught? God has taught that all the things are scattered. So I will bring it and collect it and concentrate it in a small space, and that space what he has created. And what is that? He is a man. Let us see the second stanza. So strength first made a way, then beauty followed, then wisdom, honor, pleasure. When almost all was out, God made a stay, perceiving that alone of all his treasures, rest in the bottom lay. Now, what is the meaning of perceiving? Noticing or becoming concise of. Now, in second stanza, what the poet is telling, the first gift God gave man was strength. Okay, then it was followed by beauty, then wisdom, honor, and pleasure. Okay, when nearly all the gifts had been bestowed on man, all this gift has been bestowed, most probably all the things God has given us, then God has stopped a while. Then God made a stay, means God has stopped a while. He noticed that all the treasures, only one gift remained at the bottom of the glass, and that was rest. Now, everything what was poured in that glass, everything the man has taken, but only the last thing that was in the glass at the bottom, that was what? Rest. Okay, let us see the third stanza. For if I should, said he, bestow this jewel also on my creature, he would adore my gifts instead of me, and rest in nature, not the God of nature. So both should losers be. Now in third stanza, what he is telling, that God said to himself that if he bestowed this precious and valuable gift to his creations, man would love and worship only the gifts of nature, and would not love the God who had created all things in the nature. God is telling that if I will give all the earthly things to the people will love all these earthly things only, but they will not love me back. Okay, and would not love the God who had created all things in the nature. Thus, both God and man would finally lose each other. And if they will not love whom? The God, at last they are going to lose both. That is, man is going to lose God, and God is going to lose what? Man. So, they both are going to lose each other finally. Okay. Yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with repining restlessness. Let him be rich and weary, that at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. Now, replaining restlessness means continuous anxiety or due to dissatisfaction. Okay, very tired. Toss means bring through, close. So here, now in last, the fourth stanza, what the poet is telling, that so God let me retain all the other gifts, but together with them he left man restlessness and continually anxious and dissatisfied. He thought that man should be rich with the abundance of gift, but he should always remain tired and restless. God reasoned that only then, at last, if the quality of goodness did not lead man back to God, sheer fatigue should draw man back to God's heart. So, what God thought, that I will keep the man what? Restless. Restless means greedy. If I will not keep a man greedy, he will not turn back to me. If he will get everything, whatever he asks in the prayer, if he gets everything, so he will not come back to me, he will not worship me. So I have to keep the man restlessness. I hope you have understood this poem. Thank you. Have a nice day.